Chris and Brandon with the Kabuki Strength Team, and we're here doing a progression on our bench press yoga. So this is a great way to warm up and build up that arch, but also start working some of the a little bit of thoracic extension and just positioning on the bench press. So this is a variation of a CobraPose in yoga. And we're going to also play around with some same concepts that we talked about in our modified Sphinx pose, our other bench press yoga technique. So what we're going to do here is Brandon's going to lay on the ground. And he's going to work on keeping these glutes driven to the ground here. And he might even put his toes up so to create some power as he stretches into this so he can drive them down. He's got a roller here. You can start without the roller, so the roller is a progression, but I really like it because you'll see why in a minute. He's going to push up into position here. And he's going to work on pushing this down, stretching these abs out, open them up. And then while he's doing that, now he's going to retract the shoulders, driving this center of the back right here in the T-spine forward and just pushing. He's actually trying to pull up as much as he is trying to push down here to really open up this chain. Then as mobility increases, you can actually take that roller and kind of walk it back in those positions. So while he's in the upward position, and he can just use that roller and drive it back, boom, boom, and then drive those hips back down. So as that mobility improves, you can actually improve the positioning there. But again, we want to think about driving this down and through, just like the modified Sphinx pose, where we're varying between like the cat camel on the for the low back with the T-spine. So Brandon, let's kind of show that a little bit where we come out of it, good, and then right here, it's going to drive back in. You're not going to want to do this, but I just want to show.
You want me to do cat camel?
Let's do the modified Sphinx pose. So back on the heels, and then drive in, and then open up, right there. So right here is where we want to drive down. So drive that down, and then he's pulling back here, and we're going to think about that same concept on here. So there's more details on that on our modified Sphinx pose video. But this is a great tool for opening up if you're really wanting to develop the arch. Get everything opened up if you're having trouble in those first few sets where you're tight. Be careful if you've got any low back issues. You're going to put some stress on that lumbar. We want to avoid that, and actually we want to get as much movement up in that T-spine as possible, where we're flaring the rib cage. So when we do go into some concepts on how to loosen that up in another video. So that pretty much wraps up my piece of it. Brandon, you got any additional?
Well, you said something there that was, I think, really important at the end, that we're not just leveraging off the low back to do this. You know, when I was doing that, it's probably difficult to tell, but I am maintaining a certain level of core rigidity, and I'm trying to keep that small level of rigidity and then extending through that, so we're not just leveraging off that low back. I think that's probably a key to that one.
Yeah. So if you are limited in your thoracic mobility, a lot of people, everything will come down. Everything will be right down in here, and we actually want to avoid that. It's going to put a stress riser on that. We want nice curvature through the entire spine there. So, all right, have fun with that bench press yoga variation or progression with the CobraPose. Signing out.